Hey guys, what's up? God, it's been a long time. A little bit long since I've been on the camera, but I'm back. And I moved in, sort of, kind of. The shit is cluttered behind me, so I'm gonna work on doing that. But before I get started, I wanted to start my series of guides. Mortal Kombat has been out for about a week and a half, going on 2. I wanted to do these sooner, but I wanted to spend time with the game on my own. I actually haven't played through the story yet, so I don't really know anything about that. I need to play so I can unlock Frost, so I can try her. Hey King. Hey King, you want to say hi real quick? Big guy. Hi King. Big kitty. Big old cattle. 25 pounds. Alright. Sorry, bud. As you were. You doing your own thing. Anyway. Alright. So, I've played with most of the roster. I wanted to go through, honestly, all of them. So I have a general idea. So these videos are shorter because, you know, people got shit to do. They ain't got time to stare at me jaw all day. I want to do this as clean as possible with little to no edit. So I'm going to stick to the main points for each character. No particular order I'm going to go through them. I might honestly be biased and just go through my favorite ones first. This Mortal Kombat is really different. There was a lot of good with it. A lot of good because it is brand spanking new. A lot of the mechanics are not the same, as I'm sure you already know if you've been playing this. It took me like a day and a half to get used to the wake-up attacks because it's like Tekken, and I can play Tekken, but I'm used to MK doing moves on wake-up, and there's none of that shit here. Everyone's got a universal kind of up 2 or up 3. The up 3 being safer, the up 2 being the more riskier one, but combo potential is there. I'd highly recommend practicing each character, well, depending on, and everyone has a different version, but the 3 is usually the safer one, and the 2 is most likely the one you're going to get a juggle from. So I would practice what you can do to go into those. Know their crushing blows, essentially the requirements, because hint, hint, those are the moves you probably should be using to either punish or to optimize damage. God, faces are really detailed. I didn't really notice about it. Jax is just gnawing on that thing. Anyway, those are the things you should really be hinting on. I highly also recommend, and the kind of inspiration for these, well, mostly because I did this in Injustice 2, and they were sort of okay, but sort of just all over the place. With these, I kind of want to stick to the main points and kind of any interesting things and my take on characters. And maybe play a match or two, depending. Like, some characters I'm not interested in just because I just don't like them. Like Liu Kang, I might play a match or two, but I've never touched Liu Kang. But this time around in Mortal Kombat, everybody is different. Everybody is cool. I'm really having a character crisis, but I keep being drawn back to 2. That's Geras, fucking cool-ass looking character, just my cup of tea. His first variation is just my favorite. I don't really bother with his second one, and Jax. His second one is the only one I fuck with. I really don't like his stance changes in the first one. Some people do. I don't. Kano is another one. Specifically, I'll get into each character when I get to them. But for now, like even this character, Cetrion, she's just the avatar. I'm going to focus. I thought I was going to have enough time to do 2, but I want to try to keep them short as possible. So let's just see how far we get with Jax. Because he was the last one I was playing. I'd say Geras and him are the most frequent for me as of my crisis. I still haven't looked at Baraka, Raiden, Katana, Devora, and Aaron Black, Scarlet. But yeah, those guys I can just glance over and kind of carry what I'm going to do here in these guides with them, because my goal is to make one for every single person and make them about the same length. So you can either pick them up and use them to a pretty good high level extent. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say I'm the best in the world, but I do know fighting games, and hopefully the information I give can be useful to somebody who is either buying the game for the first time, or maybe I can give you something useful if you do know what you're doing. So, I'm not really going to focus on his war hero variation, because honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's really his better one. I feel like the full potential of Jax is utilized when you use his military bearings. The names are different depending on than the ranked preset ones. I'm not quite sure, but this is his variation that he has his beatdown and his command throws, which fucking I don't know why you wouldn't want that with him. Let's see. Let's beat up on Johnny, who also I was drawn to because his second variation, it's really it's like Frank West, honestly, with the camera. I like it. It's not nearly as good as Nut Punch, but I do like the idea that they were going for with the flashing. If I get good enough with Johnny, I might actually try him out, but I still need work, so that's for another day. Anyway, Jax Briggs, fucking awesome looking, by the way. Let's stick to the main points. By the way, just for advertisement purposes, or just not advertisement, just shout out, look up your man Sajam. That's Sajam. I don't know him personally, but very good commentator, very good fighting game player with Mortal Kombat, as well as a few others. Got a really good channel. He gave me inspiration as well to do these, because essentially what you should do with each character, just go through their normals. Stand 1, stand 2, 3, 4. Pretty normal, right? Let's see what directions they got. Jax doesn't have a forward one. He's got a back one. It's very fast. From this range, and I'll get back to it later. Hopefully I'll cover everything at once. I won't have to backtrack. Jax, I'd say he's a good example of a character that has the footsie. He's very good at it, I would say, because his down 4 is very good. It's got pretty good range. It's not horribly unsafe. I believe it's -9. His down 3, it's not the same range. However, it's -7, if I'm correct. Both of these, I'd say, are very good. His down 1, who is everyone's down 1, is pretty quick. 7 on startup, -4 on block, +13. So +13, you got a lot of time. You got a lot of time to do really anything you want, as long as the person is respecting you. But, for instance, if I hit this and I get clocked with something, they're obviously not respecting it, so I'm going to keep tagging them until they decide to block, which there's a lot of people who don't. Also, you heat up, so bonus for that too. Anyway, forward 2 doesn't really have, or excuse me, yes he does. It's a pretty good mid, pretty good advancing mid. Advancing mids are always good. I don't think it's horrible on block either. It's -4, which is great. -4 is not, excuse me, it's not your turn necessarily, because they can challenge that with a down jab, but it is safe for you. So, depending on what move they do, you can have time to block, or if they're doing something just not the brightest, you can come back with it. So, or excuse me, you can make it your turn again. So, back 2, I'm a big fan of, because the neutral game with this is very good. For instance, back 4. You can meaty the fuck out of this move. It's very good for that. It's very good. The range is also very deceptive. Get it just right. Just gotta time it just right. The range on this is extremely deceptive. Very good. Damn it. Do you see what I'm fucking talking about? Meaty the hell out of it. Fucking love. That's probably my favorite combo in the game. That is hands down my favorite fucking combo. Just all ribs broken. Johnny. Alright, so. Anyway. Back 4 into this is just a fucking really good. Just check them. You don't even have to... You can crushing blow that and actually have enough time. Depending on if... Like, for instance, if they have resources, I probably wouldn't try to go for the hold. But if you see that they're probably close to being out of resources or don't really have any offensive or defensive bar, they gotta block. If you don't, you're eating this. Even on its own, that's 316 from a fucking punish. That's godlike. That's fucking hurts. What else can you get? What else can you get from Crushing Blow? So, let me see. Probably the best optimal damage off of that, I would say back 4 into... Oh, let me see. If he has the heat up, though, which this is the combo I would do, even though I do like the slam more, this one is pretty special. So you can get 2 crushing blows in this. Another 2 crushing blow setup. Bam, bam. So, hold it. Oh, excuse me, I did the wrong one. Bam, bam. So, let me see. So, excuse me. That's good. Okay, I was gonna say, I knew I had that right. I'll get it right eventually. There we go. Ah! I always seem to screw up the simplest things. So back 1, meaty. There we go. That is honestly the crushing blow I would go for if there's ever a chance you land the overhead. Because that crushing blow for heat missile is the combo has to be more for 6 hits or more. And that's about the only time you're going to get really to... I honestly don't know... In this variation, I feel like that's the only time you're going to get that. But his other one, you might have the ability to. Because it does have a pop-up. However, like I said, I don't like his first variation. Because Jax is like... And I'm going to use Tekken as a reference. He's like King or Armor King. He is a very, 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 very good scrapper. He can really poke you. He's great. Excuse me. He's got great footsies. That's a good advancing mid as well. He's got forward moves. All of his forward moves go into his overhead, which give him heat. Fucking TJ combo time. Let's go. Also, 2-2 goes into that. Crushing blow. You need... That is your bread and butter all day, every day. He doesn't have juggles, really. He doesn't, but he doesn't need them. That also is a good crushing blow. Footsies. Again, your opponent isn't safe. The only thing... They think they're safe. They think they're going to throw something. That's a punish. So, let me see. Let me get Johnny to throw something. See, record. Depending on how close you are, you can actually get a fireball punish if I can get Johnny to throw. There we go. If you catch them throwing fireballs too close, no. Get that shit out of here. They might do it again. You ain't doing that. Catch them doing shit. Now, if you miss time it, of course you're going to get hit, but that's a great way to get in. Especially with the crushing blow. That's 240, easy. For a fucking fireball punish. That's amazing. Just make sure to duck the fireball. Or... No, you can't do it. It's not that quick. But... That's a counter, which you want the first one to miss. And just to let them know that you're going to do it. It might not be something you want to use all the time, but it's good for your... Even if you don't use it, you want your opponent to know about it. You want them to know you're not afraid to do something. You want them to expect this, even. You want them to doubt themselves. So, it's like, oh god, what's it going for? Which goes into my next part for Jax. Let me maybe get into his strings. Ones you probably should be focusing on. I won't go through every single one. I'll just go for the ones that I like. 1-2-1 is very good. It's -2, which is always good, and it's an overhead. I honestly don't understand a reason why that's not... That's just... His 1-2 is good. His 1-2-1 is good. His down 1, he's the only one I know in this game that has a string from his down jab. And it's actually not... It's really not horribly unsafe. They maybe can punish you with the or a jab string, but I highly doubt that they're going to be on the ball all the time. And that's actually combos in the gotcha grab. I fucking love that. Favorite fucking crushing blow. Anyway, what other strings? 4-2, or excuse me, 4-3-3 by itself is good. It also goes into, that's -4. I thought it was -6. That's even better. So -4 by itself. Even with the overhead included, it's only -7, which is not really unsafe. You shouldn't throw it out all the time because it can still be punished. But you're not. It's not like. Excuse me. It's not the end of the world if you hit this on block. But it's also very easy to hit confirm this. So if you notice that they're blocking that, so well, he's obviously getting hit. But you have a lot of time to basically decide. Oh, did he do it? Forward. So you can hit confirm the hell out of that very, very easily. Same thing with 2-2. Forward 1, you'll probably have a little bit more trouble, but that's an advancing mid. By itself, it's -4. So again, really good to just poke the hell out of your opponent. That's what you want to be doing with Jax. Back 3-2. It's just cool looking, really. I don't really know why. It's -16. Probably won't use it too much. However, it is a low starter, so that is that. Let me see. The one last string I feel like you should utilize, and I don't see it, is 4-2. Here's why. This is -9, or excuse me, this is +9. Why am I saying -9? Let me get you to block. Custom. Block all. So since this is -9, or plus, God, I did it again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is +9. I gotta get my words right. +9 gives you a lot of time to do whatever. I won't go into detail because I like to keep some of my own tech to myself. But I will say, let me see. Throw, forward throw, or back throw is a 10 frame startup. So I let you do the math on that. For those of you who have trouble with frame data, since this move is +9, I can throw you. Here's why. Because that is a 1 frame throw now. If you get hit by this, that throw is 1 frame now instead of 10. So 10 -9 makes 1. I'll let you do with that as you will. So, and I'm pretty sure I needed a human opponent. If they duck the high part, fine. I wouldn't do it. But if you see them get hit by that, take advantage of that. Take all advantage of that. Take all advantage of that. It's your turn. You're in range to do pretty much. I don't know about down 4 because that startup is pretty bad. Let me see. Down 4 even. If for some reason they can duck, because like again, there's nothing. Step back. Nope, that's 10 frames, so they can't do shit. And just to prove a point, I will show you. So let me set reversal mode on. Nope. That's a counter. See? You can't do shit. Get fucked, Johnny. See, he can't even throw me. Depending on the range, you'll have to make sure you know where you're at, because you might miss. But any other... Yep, get fucked, Johnny. You gotta move just a bit forward. Get fucked. Nope. Nope. You can hit me with the camera because down 3. Nope. Nope. Eat that. Nope. Eat that. Nope, eat that. You can't do anything against that. Unless your opponent knows to duck, which, if they done their homework on Jax, they would. Or, if they're just that good, they have a good idea what you're going to do. But more than likely, the mix you're going to do is going to be between this. But, for instance, I'm just going to go on a limb. I'm always, I'd rather be sure than sorry. Let's just say, for instance, they do duck. Oh, excuse me, that's not what I wanted to do. You can poke them, just to be safe. Or, fuck you. You ain't doing shit. Not your turn yet. Get out of here. So, my point. Utilize that. Let me see. Not making good progress so far. Special moves. His gotcha grab. That's what I want to focus on. Let's see. Let me turn that reversal mode off. And this block off. Back 3 is a good low starter. You can actually get gotcha grab from low jab, which is good. But it is a mid. Oh, wow. I actually didn't know that one. You can combo gotcha grab from down 4. I did not know that, actually. All of his lows. That's good. That's always good. Get down. So, utilize that a lot. Actually, I was using back... I was going to say use back 3. Because it is it's an advancing low, but it's -9, so it's kind of unsafe. This would be a safer option, a faster option. I actually wonder if you can do that. Let me see. Max range? Wow, that's new to me. Holy shit. I didn't realize that. That's actually really fucking good. That's really good. Holy hell. Maybe not that far, but you can be pretty far away with this and still land gotcha. Get out of here. Alright, so how I would play with Jax, and this is me, I'm just going to assume my opponent's going to know my character. Me? I don't know who I am! I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Anyway, sorry, Robert Downey. What I would personally do with Jax, since I'm going to assume my opponent knows what I'm doing, since this, even if it's -7, I still want to land that overhead because I need heat. It's going to buff my damage, and it's going to do more chip. I want to get that all the fucking time. So here's what I'm going to do. Low. 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 Okay, sick of getting hit by lows? Get fucked by that overhead. I'm gonna poke you. I'm gonna poke the fuck out of you with lows until you just hate getting hit by that. Now, the thing to do is to not worry about it. You're gonna get tagged. Let me see what back 4 is. Ankle break. There's -7. Wow! That's also really good. Okay. So that'll go into the sweep. You get sick of getting hit by that. Back 4 into that. Back 4 into Just make them want to block low. That is your objective. Your objective is to footsie the hell out of them. Jax is very good at footsies. He's very good at neutral game. This neutral game right here. He's got a projectile, the thumper, but I wouldn't rely on it too much unless you're just way out there. No matter where it hits, up, down, it's always a mid. So, I mean, you're only really aiming it to just kind of put it where your opponent might be. But other than that, this is Jax's zone right here. Right about 2 body lengths away is where you probably want to be. Once you have your opponent afraid of lows, that's when you can establish this. Because that's your really only thing to get the most damage. That's his crushing blows. Those are his combos. Let me see. His jump-ins, which jumping in this game is horrible. Don't do that. Don't even worry about jumping unless it's, I don't know, you're trying to go over something. Other than that, I would never jump. If I jump, it's out of bad habit, and I need to stop that. I'm working on never jumping. There's honestly no reason to. I'd say maybe the only reason is if you catch your opponent hitting a button. And with Jax, it's cool because he has an air grab, which I think Sonya, Scorpion have one too. I'm not sure who else. This game, the combo potential in this game is there. It's not as wacky, super wacky, but the simple shit is the most effective shit, honestly, in my opinion. So if you happen to get a jump in, just go for air throw. I wouldn't even bother to buff it because I feel like that's a waste of resources. That's 200. That can be a punish. If your opponent is just not really watching what they're doing. So you can hit them with that. If you just want to enhance it, fine. Close out the round. That's the only time I would do that. Anyway, establish a low. Footsie the hell out of them. Make them scared to block. Then once they're blocking low, you got them ducking. Then you establish that. They make them so confused, you want them to just... And then that's when you establish this. He's probably... Him and Geras are the grapplers. Yeah. Better... Kano can do it, but not nearly as good. Because Kano lacks range. And I feel like that's why I don't like him as much. Jax, he's a good brawler and a grappler. Geras is a grappler straight up, but he doesn't have the power that Jax has. Jax has the strength and the footsies. He kind of lacks full screen details. This is also something I would do to establish low presence. I wouldn't get too comfortable with it because it's so fucking slow and you will get beat out by other things. But just make your opponent aware of it. Don't let them get too comfortable because if they do, they're gonna run you over. So don't let them get comfortable. Make them know that you're gonna do this. Make sure that they know that that is an option. His heat missile, if you do happen to have heat, if you do happen to be at this range and you're not doing anything besides blocking or ducking, get this. Just fucking build that shit up. Don't even worry about burning resources. Just get that. Because it comes back pretty quick. Fairly quick. Because that's his main damage. You can also you get heat missile. I mean, I wouldn't use it all the time because he's got the thumper. But just, I mean, if you're out here, you might as well do it. Let me see. Is there anything I missed? Quad grab, stiff arm, thumper, up thumper. I want to say that's pretty much it. Besides stuff I said at the beginning. Yeah. Good neutral character. Very, very good neutral. Very scary character because his mix potential, like I said, just that. Low. Low. You want to block. You get hit by this. Go back to a low. There you go. Even neutral. Fuck. Do tricky shit. Don't play. You can't play stale with Jax. You got to get creative. And like I said, this variation I feel like optimizes him the most. I want to say that's pretty much it. I can't. Let me go think. Yeah, I think I got everything. I don't know who I'm gonna do next time, but I will post matches time to time. I'm gonna work my best. I'll probably post more after I get everything settled into new living space. So hopefully you guys find this useful, and let me know what you guys think. Hopefully it helps. I'll be back, more content in no particular order, but I just like to make content and put it back on there or put it on my channel because it's been a little while. So I want to get back into a good routine of Mortal Kombat because I'm really, 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 really liking it. Some of the variations honestly suffer because some characters only have one really good one, and the other one kind of just stinks. Like, I feel like Kano suffers from that, and I won't get specifically to each one, but once I get there or cover them, I'll kind of discuss it. His other, like I said, Jax's other variation, it's alright. It's alright. It's just a stance cancel. That's the only thing that really changes. He just doesn't get the command throw or the overhead. But I feel like that loses a lot of his just... His fear factor definitely goes down in that variation because his low throw, it's a hit grab, like gotcha. But it's a low and you can block it. You can get more juggles, but I don't honestly think that's worth... Any variation that you have a command throw is fucking devastating to me. I feel like that's always going to outweigh a variation with combo potential. Like, that's why I like Geras, because his Titan Tackle, I feel like that's way more vital to have as opposed to getting 300-400 damage a touch, because you still add a hit confirm into it. If I can mix you for the same amount or more damage, then I'd rather get that. Plus, you still have to guess. So, I'm going to chime out now, guys. I don't want to go on too long, but let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Henshin a go-go.